Welcome to the Elite Podcast, where we discuss business, family, and life. Now, welcome to your hosts, Mr. H. Rod himself, Henry Rodriguez, and Ryan Arditi, the SCV MVP.
What's up, everybody? Get your favorite insurance guy, Henry Rodriguez, and we're back with another exclusive EliteX podcast. And I'm with, as always,
Your boy, the SCV MVP.
hey, dude. It's going to be another good episode.
Honestly, I'm getting more excited every single time we do
The
this.
guest is probably my favorite realtor. One of my favorite
She's
realtors.
my favorite realtor.
Is she?
Yeah.
All right. Well, before we get her on, Snoop Dogg on the Olympics?
I know.
It's kind of cool.
He's kind of good.
Right?
Have you seen the things he brings to the Olympics?
I think it's
Nobody
the
can do
vibe
it.
he's bringing to the Olympics.
How did him and Martha Stewart start hanging out? By the way?
That's a whole other
Is that
thing.
a vibe?
Yeah, it totally is.
Is that
But
like
I love how he's cheering from the stands. What's the oh my God, the girl that's on the
Simone?
Simone,
Yeah.
He loves her and was wearing her T-shirt.
No, he had a shirt of everybody.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he had
that's
shirts
awesome.
of like multiple people.
That's awesome.
Snoop Dogg, he grew up in our generation, and this guy has continued to blossom.
Old, dude.
I'm old. Yeah.
You're dating
I look
yourself,
younger than
dude.
anybody on this podcast.
That's wow. Well, let's fact check and the lies for me.
Well, except our guest. Except the guest. Yeah.
All right. So before we bring in our guest, let's talk about the August 100 voice. What's going on with that? You're bringing it back this year.
Man,
And it's hot.
It is hot.
It came back hot.
With the
Extremely hot. I mean, not just temperature either. We had a day one finisher, Carlos Soria. Shout out, brother.
Carlos Soria, Carlos Soria, day one
Day 100.
did 100.
Day one.
He
did
should have
100.
done like 101 just to beat your record.
Jesus.
I told him, if you do one more, you will now set the bar and have it.
Yeah.
And he said, hell no.
Wow. Hell
One
no.
more, that's what it gets to,
Wow.
where you do not want to
That's
even
it.
do one more.
Wow.
We had another woman on Saturday who did it as well too. Carlos and I did it in about 9 hours. Both of us. This lady did it in about 14 hours.
In one day.
In
14
one day.
hours.
14
Wow.
hours?
It was 109 degrees. She did it on Saturday.
Oh my God.
And I went back for her 4 times throughout the day because I couldn't stop thinking about her out there because it was so dang hot.
Probably should get some life insurance.
Something.
Man,
Jeez.
disclaimer, we did not put this together so you guys could finish in one day. But yes, you know what? People proving to themselves that they could do it. The community comes out. I was out there at 5:30 in the morning. I was not the first one there by any means. There was probably at least 10 people out there. I got to spend the sunrise up there again this morning, which it's been a while since I done that. And man, no better way to start the day.
Man, so
I like how he had the photo with the buffalo on top
The
of
little
the stairs.
buffalo.
That was solid. That was solid.
You know, hey, I actually got to share the story about the buffalo.
okay.
On the stairs yesterday, there was
Thank
another lady.
God.
Yeah.
I'm tired of people asking me what the hell is it. What is with Christian's cow thing or whatever? I'm like, it's a buffalo.
Yeah, no. So it was great to just share with her that, you know, it's a symbolism to me is face your problems straight on, because for so long I just avoided everything, and there was no growth in that.
Yeah.
But now that I've taken, life by the horns and just run through all my problems and deal with them as they come, it's life changing.
Yeah.
So
And what's the whole purpose? Why did you create August 100? This is the second annual of it. What was it? What were you envisioning it from the beginning?
I wanted some friends to do the stairs with, like competition.
You wanted more friends? You're already the mayor, dude.
Yeah, so July 14th was the day that I put the flags up there, and I did 50, and it was one for every star on the flag. And so I had some time to sit in that and realize, like, man, I want to share this with everybody. So I just started a Facebook group page trying to get people to come and try to do 100 in the month. Like, I created that little challenge, and we started off quickly. Like, we had like 30 people in 2 days, which then grew up to 300, 400. We had 97 finishers last year, so
Wow.
3 shy of 100.
I was one of the 97.
Yes, sir. I think everyone
Ryan, were
here.
you?
No.
I think
Yeah,
Kym D, were you in it? Did you finish last year?
Oh, we already have. We're
Spoiler alert!
Hey!
My
Well, that
bad.
being said, drum roll, please. Kym D.
Wow.
Welcome to
I
the
definitely remember
exclusive
seeing you there.
Elite podcast, Kym D.
I think she's our favorite guest.
She's
up to
one
this
of
point, right?
yeah,
For sure.
We love
For sure.
Kym D. Kym D, why don't you tell us a little about yourself?
I'm a realtor.
What do realtors do?
So much. I'm a mom of 4.
Okay.
I'm a fitness enthusiast.
which is ironic. We're talking about the August 100.
Yeah.
We were just talking about how your enthusiasm for fitness. You're also a fellow CrossFitter. I know I don't really look like one, but
Henry's
I've been
a
doing it
food
for
enthusiast. He's a
that
food
too.
enthusiast right here.
That too.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
work out
Yeah.
so I can eat.
Yes.
Okay. But you are a fellow CrossFitter as well. Tell us about where you CrossFit.
I CrossFit at Cosmosize. It's my homie from high school. I'm so proud of him. He opened up his own space on Railroad.
Okay.
And yeah, it's just a good vibe. It's a really tight knit community. And I go with one of my best friends. We pick each other up. We live a street away.
Have you done the Murph?
Yes.
The Murph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you do the Murph? Yeah. See.
Oh, I know the Murph.
August
I know
100.
the Murph.
Yeah.
100
Bro.
push-ups or 100 things going on.
You don't
here.
even know.
Yeah.
It's
I've done the
How
Murph.
many times have you done it?
Yeah.
I
You do
did
it. You
it
do
once.
know.
Yeah.
I've done
Okay,
it
boys.
multiple times.
I did it once
So
on
again,
the floor.
Ryan, it
I
does
know
not
the
include
Murph.
fitness in his
Yeah.
life.
He goes to LA Fit.
Yeah, I do.
Really?
I
Yeah.
call him.
Okay.
He's at
Come
LA
on,
Fit.
man. Should we have a push-up challenge?
I'm down.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
down.
Okay.
You don't want to lose 2 challenges on the podcast, bro. But okay, so you've done the Murph.
Yes.
Do you do it regularly, like a Memorial Day?
I did it on the 4th this year,
Okay.
but no, I don't like to do that regularly. Like anything too much in a row, I'm gonna. It's hard to like walk. Yeah.
Okay. What is your favorite movement? What's your favorite CrossFit movement?
I like lifting weights overhead. It's,
Okay. So
I
like all
think-
the Olympic lifting.
Yeah, I was
Okay. Like a snatch?
There's
cheerleader.
names for
yeah.
these
Snatch.
things.
Yeah, snatch.
Okay.
Yeah.
The what?
Is that what you're thinking?
No, I'm not.
It's
Just-
but it's called that you're snatching
Okay.
up the. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was a base when I did cheerleading, so it
Okay.
just comes easy to me. And
Wait, you were a
Nice.
cheerleader?
Yeah.
Really?
Hard
Wow.
too.
Okay.
In high school or?
I don't see it, but
No,
okay.
Yeah.
Were you a flipper? Like
Yeah.
you really? Wow. Breaking.
A gymnast, not a flipper.
Thank you for clarifying. Yes, thank you. All right, so it sounds like you also grew up out here, right?
I did. I grew
Tell
up
us
out here
what
my whole
high
life.
schools you went to, and you cheerleaded all of them, just
did.
one of them.
How do you know she went to more than one?
I know. Way to
Wait,
go.
yeah.
Oh,
Everyone
damn,
knows.
did I already steal her thunder?
Yeah.
No, I said what high schools did
High
you
school,
go to?
okay.
Yeah, so I grew up out here. I have 4 brothers,
Okay.
no sisters, and we grew up in Sand Canyon. So we're kind of just weird, large family by ourselves in Sand Canyon. And I did make a tour. I went to Canyon, Hart, and Valencia.
The trifecta.
Yeah,
The trifecta. Which one was your favorite?
I love Canyon.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You went to Canyon too, right, boys?
Yeah.
No, sir.
Oh no. Okay.
No, he
Saugus
went to
and Valencia.
Saugus and
Got
Valencia.
it.
Henry went to Quartz Hill, Highland, and what was the other
No,
one? AV?
just Courts Hill. Back when we were the Rebels, baby.
That's a good school, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now you talked about your 4 brothers. One is super funny.
He's
I
hilarious.
love that you brought him up because I totally forgot it, and I have to bring this up. How have you seen him? How he mocks Kym on Instagram?
Oh.
my
Yeah.
god!
Maybe I have.
I
Yeah.
die. I like look forward to those. Like, where did he get this
He's
from?
been hilarious our whole life. He was actually he was born with ambiotic band syndrome, which is when a band my mom's, I guess, uterus split a bit and then like something wrapped around his hand and it amputated his fingers. And he always, even
Wow,
as a
wow.
kid, and I always was his biggest protector. And
Okay.
I think that's kind of what helped me. I don't know. I've always been big on sticking up for people and saying what's right. And my dad used to give me full rights. He said, if anyone messes with him, you can beat him up.
Is that
So
kind of
shout out
where?
to Mike D. I like it.
I was gonna ask, is that kind of where your thick skin comes from and your toughness?
Yeah, like growing up with 4 brothers, and then you would think, like, everyone would be like, oh, what was it like to date you? You have 4 brothers. But really, I was still the protector. I don't know.
They're like, good luck. She's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, that is what it was
Just
like.
say yes, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah, I had the most testosterone somehow. But Chris is hilarious. He actually does stand up.
Oh, does he really?
Yeah, he hasn't
okay.
invited me. I think he makes fun of me in it or something.
What
That's
he has
funny.
to 1,000%.
We have to see
We
this.
have to go
We
see this
gotta
now.
go see this.
He
But-
will go to the next home meetings and he'll bring me coffee, which is so sweet because he works
Aw.
down the street. And he will walk in, he'll see a group of all 25 of us, and he'll say, this is the most pathetic group of people I've ever seen. And then he'll walk out.
He's probably
To
accurate,
everybody.
right?
Oh,
Yeah.
he just
He said, what
speaks
a
his
group
mind
of
like
sad
that.
people. And then he leaves. Yeah.
But he's bringing his sister coffee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
that's
I
awesome.
love him.
But those videos, how many views do those get? Because they're
Those
absolutely
get the most. And then
those
when
get
I
the
do,
most.
I stop posting them because then when I post serious ones, they're like, we want a parody. And, yeah. So I'm like, never mind, Chris.
No, dude, they're hilarious. All right, hey viewers, if you haven't seen Kym D's, parodies of her brother doing her, it is absolutely hilarious. You have to watch it.
Let's get him on definitely a stand up. We got to see that.
Yeah,
for
we're,
sure.
He's
we're
hilarious.
definitely. All right, so we talked about the high school days. You also have children, right? 4 of them.
They do.
Children's.
Children. Yeah.
Yeah,
This is-
children's.
Damn, girl.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And a thriving business. And
Yes.
a thriving business.
Yeah.
How do you? I can't even fathom. Like
Yeah.
how and what do you do?
I-
Do you have a wife?
I need a wife. I would be so much more successful with a wife. I am so jealous of you guys.
How do you do it? And you know what? Props to you. I know we're kind of
Yeah,
making
for
sure.
props to you. You're making it happen. 4 children, 1 in high school too.
Yes. Mhm.
How are you managing all that?
I've honestly let go of a lot.
Okay.
And I let them have a lot of independence. It was big moving to an area that was walkable and that they were able to get to and from school when I am working. And my partner being a first responder, is a firefighter, and my parents are still working because I had my kids young. So they do have a lot of independence, but I do put kind of heavy guidelines on them. I don't want them getting anything below a B. I require them to be in a sport. I
Good
do
for
take their
you.
phones at night and charge them in my room on a little dock because we all got to get going. They get themselves up. They do their own laundry. They help with the house. So yeah, just making
Good
them
for
be
you,
independent.
Kim D.
Yeah.
He is a baller.
That's the Italian
Man,
mother
indeed.
right
Yeah.
there. That's the Italiano.
Strict.
And shout out to her, right? Like
Yeah.
for her to be such a hardworking professional and an amazing mom. I mean, yeah, how do you really manage that in one day?
I don't sleep a lot, and
Lots and lots of caffeine.
yeah, lots of caffeine and a Google Calendar. I swear by. Everyone
Yeah.
is linked on it. My kid's dad, my ex-husband is on it. My partner's on it. All the kids are on it. They all have color coded.
Look
If
at
I don't
her.
have that, I'd be screwed. I need that calendar.
Wow, I should probably, that's good
Yeah.
advice right there.
Yeah.
The kids, you have the color counter for the family.
Yes,
Wow.
but everyone's on it, and their emails are attached, and they get an alert 30 minutes before they have to be somewhere, and that helps a lot.
I
So
like that.
4
actually.
kids, 2 boys, 2 girls.
2 boys, 2
Well,
girls.
which one's your favorite?
Wow.
Oh,
I told them,
man.
they
Wow.
ask me this all the time, and I say I equally dislike you all.
Good answer.
I need to try that one. I'm always like, oh,
That's a
caught
good
me
answer.
off
We
guard.
know which one your favorite is, bro.
Hey, the favorite one listens to the show.
Oh,
Jacob?
are you saying it right now? That one's your favorite?
Wow.
Is it Jacob?
Miro.
Wow.
Of
Yeah.
course it is.
I love Jacob.
He's a
He's a
stud.
good boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a stud.
He is an absolute
He's
stud.
gonna
Sweet
love the
boy.
shout out, and he's gonna love Kim D saying
Yeah,
his name.
He's a good boy.
Yeah, he loves Kim D.
So
huh?
since
He does.
the voice has a daughter who will eventually become a teenage girl,
Yeah.
you
Oh, no.
have a
I
teenage
do.
girl.
Oh no.
How is that? And what tips and tricks are we giving the voice?
Dude, it
Please.
is rough. It is so rough. It's,
so
really
rough.
hard.
It's so rough. She's a real little doña.
It's rough. It's really hard, I think, with now TikTok. And
Yeah.
I know that Snapchat, you can kind of see where you're located. Like everyone will have their little avatar. And you
So
can
Snapchat
see.
is a thing for the high schoolers.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
really big. You could see where they are, and you'll kind of see, like, sometimes you'll see like a whole group of people that hung out without you, and it can just be devastating.
Oh.
So I do think trying to keep them busy, making a sport mandatory, even if they're not the best at it, you're not trying to go to college. I think it's so important to get involved, be in a sport. I also have them play club travel sports at the same time as their sport. Just kind of keeping them busy with sports and also with the studying. But it is really rough with the feelings and being sensitive when I'm not myself. I'm always giving them ways how to fix it and why that's kind of stupid. And sometimes you don't, that's not great
So
for
you guys are
being a
kind
girl
of like
mom.
opposites.
We're super opposite,
Yeah.
the most opposite.
You're like, stop crying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't,
Yeah.
mom.
The world is different, right? They see everything.
It's a different world.
It's so
different,
It's a
you know?
whole, yeah.
Our
Totally
generation, you can
different.
hide a lot of things, but now as kids, they see, like you mentioned,
Yeah, it's sad.
everyone's hanging out or
Mhm.
going to a party. And yeah, I mean, it's tough. And
Yeah, I
I have a
can't imagine.
niece. I don't even know what I would do if I had a daughter.
Yeah.
You are the daughter, dude. Of the 3 of you guys. Dude, your son called.
Are you making fun of me right now? Are we making fun of me right now? That's all right. This shirt, that's why
Oh,
we're
man.
black. That's why we're black.
I also know that you have a little stud. I think it's your youngest one,
Yeah.
the soccer player.
Yes.
Can you talk to us about him?
Yeah, did you guys ever watch The Wild Thornberrys? You know that little kid Donnie that like
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
speak?
yeah,
Like he's
yeah.
wild, he doesn't wear shoes. I took him to like a hippie school and they used to like sleep outside. They was all outdoors and
I think I've heard about this
yeah,
school.
it's called Little
yeah.
Patch of Earth. It's the
Yes.
best
Where is this
experience.
at?
This is in Newhall off 8th Street.
And they can
back
like
there.
be in their underwear, right?
Yeah, they're in
And
their
like
underwear all day.
But they're under like 6.
This sounds
Yeah.
inappropriate.
No,
Hold
no,
on
no,
a
no, it's not like
second.
that. Yeah.
Wait.
No, it's beautiful.
What's the concept behind that school?
Yeah, what's the
I think
concept?
it's let kids be kids, let them learn through playing. My other 3, I sent them to Cadence where they're all reading before kindergarten with him.
Yeah.
I was like, let's just try this. And yeah, it made him a great athlete. And I think it just kind of made him have such a personality and show who he truly is. So I really loved it for him.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like an after school program or a
No, it was a full-time daycare.
Full-time?
Yeah.
She has
Interesting.
4 kids. She has to have them.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
I got 2 kids. I don't even know how I manage this.
Well, you're the third. Yeah, I don't know how your kids manage you.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a good dad.
The kids have a calendar for me.
2 kids, 3
Yeah,
baby mamas. How does that happen?
We know
2
how-
baby mamas.
We know how Ryan.
Wow.
I don't know how you got
All right.
2 kids. And 3
Ryan,
baby
which one's your
mamas.
favorite baby mama?
Oh, that's deep.
On the next episode, let's play that Snoop Dogg Dre
Right,
song
right,
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 now. The
right.
next episode.
Well,
Jesus.
that's awesome, Kym. So, tell us a little more about growing up in the SCV. So, you're raising children now in the SCV. Talk to us about you growing up out here, the changes you've seen, and then like what are the differences or maybe some of the similarities you're seeing now raising children in Santa Cruz.
I wish I wasn't from here because I'm always get a little bit bummed that I'm like, I'm a lifetime resident. I never left. I'm still here, but it truly is such a great place to raise kids.
1000%. The
I
best.
see my kids' childhood yesterday. Ryder, he has a Talaria, which is like an electric bike, and we have those bike paths, and I feel safe with him. He goes throughout the whole town on this thing, and he meets up with friends from different schools, and it's just such a great community. Parents are involved. The sports programs are top notch. But growing up out here,
No, I agree with her. Like a lot of people say they want to leave, but they
Yeah.
don't. But that's for a reason, right?
I do have some of my like hipster friends that are like, they scoff at it. But I'm like, it's
never
the best
left, right?
for kids.
Yeah.
It's so great. You're doing it for your kids, and it's just safe and clean, and people care.
Yeah.
We talk about this all the time. The youth sports program's amazing.
You
I mean,
can't
just
beat
with
it.
the voice in his stares, look at the
Yeah.
community he's
Yeah.
built. You're not doing that anywhere else, I feel like.
Why would you even want to leave Santa Cruz?
It's just really hot.
I've left a couple times and I've come right back. You know?
He's left exactly 2 times in his life, and look at him doing great
He's
over here. Guys.
traumatized
from it.
Yeah, you leave, you get traumatized. I ain't leaving.
Jeez.
I mean, I went to Castaic and I was traumatized, you know?
I love Castaic.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's the hobby right there, right? Yeah.
the mud.
Yeah, the mud. Don't bring it up.
Good night.
Yeah.
That's past. That's
Let's move
past.
that, move that.
Kym, so now, okay, so we talked about your business, and you do have a thriving business. You have 4 children, and how are you also incorporating fitness? Because it sounds like it's also a big part of your life.
Yeah, I noticed when I didn't have a program or I wasn't keeping to it, like I mentally wasn't all there. I don't know if I have demons or something. I absolutely have
You
to
just
work
don't want to
out.
look like Ryan. I get it.
Why do you think we get along so well?
I absolutely have to work out to a point where I feel like death, or that's just when I feel my best. And mentally I'm better. I'm more calm.
Yeah, it's all the endorphins.
Yeah, it's so important to
Yeah,
me.
that's awesome.
Is this why you're always grumpy? You haven't been working out? Or
I've
what's
been
going
working
on?
out.
Yeah,
I'm good, dude.
okay.
I'm good.
Yeah.
All right.
9
And-
pounds down, right?
Yeah, we're just talking about. I'm actually so now.
Wait.
I've always worked out. Okay, I don't look at
No,
most
you
times,
do.
but
You have.
I've for the last 8 or 9 years, I have incorporated workout pretty much like 4 to. If I can go 7 days a week, I would. But busy schedules, things like that. The last month, I've been incorporating more nutrition and really eating better, and I'm down almost 10 pounds already.
Wow,
So
that's the hardest part.
yeah, that is the
Yeah.
hardest part. So I've been doing it ass backwards this entire time. Working, I always said, I work out to eat what I want, but it wasn't working. So I had to adjust. I had to
Man,
change
those
it up.
late 30s.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Are you doing like where you do it every week? The food's already prepped? Meal, what do they call it?
No.
Meal prep?
Honestly,
No?
so there's a nutritionist at the box where I go to. I go to CrossFit SCV, and I've gone there for 8-9 years. And they recently got a nutritionist. I'm like, hey, let me give this a stab at it. And basically, I was eating too much red meat, and the things that I thought were good had too much like fat in it. And I thought it was because I'm so used to keto. And she's like, if you want to make this a lifestyle, like you can't be doing this. It's not sustainable. Because we do 75 hard for the last 4 or 5 years now.
4 years.
4 years. It's just not as sustainable. So I wanted a program that it's more sustainable for me. So she's just teaching me how to eat better. And whenever we're at a Dodger game yesterday, I text her and she goes, eat this and that. Or if I'm going to be at Sabor later on, she'll tell me exactly what
That's
to eat.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like a nutritionist on dial.
Basically
I
what
need
it is.
that.
If I text her right now, I'm going to X, Y, and Z restaurant, she'll tell me exactly what to eat.
How do I talk to her?
Well, you have to pay for it though,
Oh,
right?
nice.
We know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
we
can
know.
just Google
We know.
it. I Google it.
Ryan or freebie?
I was
Ryan or
Googling the
freebie?
wrong things, is what
Yeah,
I'm saying. So
yeah,
I wanted
yeah.
to get a professional to make sure that I get it all dialed
Yeah.
in.
And
So-
she's local. She knows the
Yeah, she's
restaurant.
local. Yeah,
That
yeah.
helps.
Exactly. So she
Yeah.
knows when I say I'm at the junction or I'm
Yeah.
at Sabor, she knows exactly what to. Yeah, she's not Googling. She knows exactly what to
So
tell
when
me.
you're Googling it, are you looking at the calorie count and all that? Or are you just Googling the restaurant and saying, what should I be eating if I'm eating healthy?
Are you asking Kym D?
Kym D.
Yeah, I'll do both. If it's like a chain restaurant, I'll say, what should I eat? Because
Wait, you have the same
I
nutritionist?
didn't even.
No, she's just Googling it. Yeah.
Oh, you Google. Okay.
I gotta do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why haven't we?
I don't know.
I mean, man,
and I
I'm
always
gonna
eat the
show-
same things
Gatekeeper,
every
come
time.
on.
Yeah.
I might show up here with my shirt off next time. You know?
Yeah. I mean, for example, like the other day I was at Village Country Club and I would get like the bibimbap. I'm like, oh, rice and beef. She goes, that beef's so fatty. There's just a bunch of fat in it. You can't do that.
Oh.
Or she would say, you can eat the beef, but don't eat the egg that's on top of it. I thought it was a relatively healthy
Protein.
meal.
Right.
She's like, no, pick your fat. You have the egg and then you have a fattier beef. Pick one. Don't have both. I'm like,
Right.
that makes sense now.
How
Yeah.
is it cooking for 4 kids? Do they all eat the same? Do you got to cook different things?
Oh, you
Great
guys,
question.
I love cooking. I think I'm just I'm full Italian and I can make authentic Italian food. But with working like this,
Can
I'm
we
not.
get hooked up?
I've
Well,
seen
yeah,
her cook
let's go.
Italian. I've seen her cook.
All right, Friday night,
Meatballs?
Kim D's
Oh,
house.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie though, I don't
It's a-
cook a
it's a-
lot.
You don't cook a
during-
lot, but you love
I don't.
cooking.
I
Okay.
love cooking for like holidays and stuff, but with that schedule, kids sports, sometimes I don't get home till after 10, just from the club sports.
Oh yeah, for
And
sure. Yeah, I know
it's
that.
just impossible. I would like to be better at that. That was my New Year's resolution, to cook more for the kids. Yeah, I would love
How we
to.
doing with that resolution?
No, it's not going great.
We're calling the nutritionist. Let's get her on here next.
Get
We
them-
should. We'll
Yeah,
get
I
her
like
on.
that,
All right,
actually.
Jenny, you heard it.
Jenny, I'm
You're-
calling you.
You're getting on our podcast. All right. Let's talk about your dad a little bit.
Ooh.
He's kind of a big deal out here, big
He
name.
is, yes. He's an influential man out
He's
here.
very-
He's one of the most.
Yep.
Um,
Owner of Santa Cruz Studios.
Yes, yep. He took it over in 1999.
Okay.
It was bankrupt at the time. There's
Oh,
eight.
I didn't know that.
There's
Okay.
8 stages. He brought in his own rental company to it with like lighting and grip, and I understand that's how studios really make their profit, by doing that. So adding that component helped a lot. He's expanded it to, I believe, about 40 sound stages.
It's huge.
Yeah, so anytime something goes out in the Valencia Industrial Center, he's trying to purchase it. And yeah, he's really made Santa Clarita a big film location.
Yeah.
And very film friendly. He even works with the higher ups to try to get incentives to get people to want to film here. But they have had the roughest last 4 years
Yeah.
ever
Yeah.
since 1988 with the writer's strike. So yeah, I love the film industry. I love the people. They're hard workers. It breaks my heart. But I do think it's going to come back in 2025. And
Why
yeah.
are there so many strikes? I feel like everybody's striking in the entertainment
I
industry.
think just with all these new things coming up, like AI, and then after COVID, all the new regulations and everything.
It's a different world for them.
I just
And
read
you're-
something on Roadhouse. Did you see this? Where it was supposed to be in the theaters, but it was on Amazon.
Oh yeah,
Did you read that?
Actually, I saw the movie. It
Yeah.
was pretty good.
It was all right,
With Jake
but-
Gyllenhaal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I
Ronda
guess
Rousey was
I guess they didn't get any compensation from the streaming, like
Yeah,
zero.
so that
really?
all
Yeah,
this new
zero.
stuff with
Jake
technology.
Gyllenhaal, nothing.
Wow.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Interesting.
And
yeah.
that's a different aspect than it was when your dad obviously started in '99.
And your dad, I've heard that he's been very influential and instrumental of bringing in like that vibe.
Yeah, he likes to keep it here because then he says it trickles down to everyone. Then
Yeah.
you have
He's right.
Crafty ordering from the donut shops,
Yep.
and then you have the cleaners, and
Yeah.
it brings in millions and millions to Santa Clarita each year. So I'm proud of what he's done for Santa Clarita and putting them on the map. For
We're gonna
film.
get Mike D on an episode. We have to.
And what is Santa Clarita about? The Voice, small businesses, right?
Yeah,
all day,
yeah,
every day.
man.
Yep.
All right. Switching gears. Matt McManus.
Ah.
That gorgeous human being. Absolute stud. We love him here.
Yeah.
Love you, Matt.
She just got the butterflies right now.
Hey.
Us three love you.
Yeah.
Us three
Yeah.
love you.
Matt,
They
we
really
love
do.
you. Well, how'd you guys meet?
I met
Ooh,
him
good question.
when I was 13
Okay.
in high school at Canyon
Okay.
High.
Don't make it weird, Kim.
Yeah.
Don't make it weird.
Yeah.
I think we all
The
know the
fact you
story.
say-
I can't say it on
No,
here.
they don't. They don't know the story.
Yeah. If you want to share the story.
Yeah.
No, we're here. Let's keep that story
Yeah,
out.
we're-
But,
yeah,
so
yeah.
you guys met 13 in
Yeah.
high school?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we
then,
dated then, and then it was just always on and off. I kind of say it's like Forrest and Jenny are kind of our
Aw.
whole relationship.
Is that?
We had the kids sit down and watch it, and they even said so. But
I can totally
That's
see
awesome.
it. He's like a just super good looking, Forrest.
yeah,
He offered
dude-
you some chocolate.
That
Some
dude
chocolate.
almost made. So he was second runner up to Christian Grey
yes,
in 50 Shades of Grey.
Shades. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like he almost literally
Yeah,
was.
he had a bunch of callbacks.
Wow.
He was a model in Italy, and they found him. They were looking through it, and they called him to come in and interview. But yeah, it's really crappy being the female and the ugly one in the relationship. It is so, there's not really much on it. Like all these memes I can't relate to. Like we'll be out and people will come up to him and say how good looking it is, or they'll ask him if he's ever thought about acting, like scouts. And I'm just sitting there like, what about me?
I'm here too, guys.
It's weird. I'm the man.
How funny.
That's probably why it
You
works.
guys make it work. You guys make it work. You guys are a beautiful couple together.
Yes.
Yeah,
Now,
that's my homie.
That's my homie.
I've known him forever.
McManus. That's your homie right there.
We love you. We love
you, dude. Yeah,
That's my boy.
let's go out sometime, dude. But he also had a change in careers.
Yeah, he did. He was in the movie industry, and like I said, I love my movie industry people, and I'm so glad he switched. He did it during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
He's the oldest guy in the academy, but he's a firefighter now, and wow, just seeing what he goes through. I have the most respect for first responders. Their day to day. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Think how hard that is to do
Yeah.
a career change
For
at
sure.
that age.
So he's a first responder. You have a thriving career and 4 kids.
Yes.
Man, so that Google Calendar is just going off all
It's
day.
off. Yeah.
It's gone off a few times since
Right
we've
now,
been here.
yes. So let's talk about your career. How did you start, and where you're at now, and where do you want to go?
Right. I started on a team. It was a partnership, and I'm so happy I started with these guys. They were very diligent about coming into the office every day, and it was during COVID, so everything was shut down. So I really got their full attention. They trained me. I feel like I got like my PhD in real estate from these guys.
Nice.
They're true professionals, and I
Do we
started.
want to
nothing
give
like
these guys
learning.
a
It was
shout out?
Armando and Dan, and they were the best. I'm very thankful for them, and I owe a lot to them.
Nice. Let me turn it over to the voice for a few questions. We haven't heard from you in a while, dude.
Yeah, man. Let's go. Questions for everybody.
Okay,
So
let's go.
A quick round robin.
Let's go.
Well, we got to start with ladies first, of course,
Okay.
right? So let's start with, tell us a little bit of a guilty pleasure of yours.
Guilty pleasures.
Glad I didn't get that question.
No, you're getting it next, so be
geez.
ready.
What is a guilty pleasure?
I asked the
of
same
mine?
thing. I
Like, do you
no
have
idea.
Taco Bell after you go work out?
No, dude, I
Only
need to
one
fix
else.
my diet. I do eat fast food. I'll eat a Crunchwrap
Okay.
Supreme with no cheese and add
Hell yeah,
jalapenos.
Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
That's probably mine too.
Yeah, the same way.
Mine too. That's mine too.
You're definitely having cheese.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I don't know, having that many kids and working, I don't get to do a lot for myself. I don't ever do like a brunch or anything. I don't even know. I don't know.
Yeah.
What I don't know. That's kind of weird.
Mine is what is it? Triple XL, double XL hot Cheetos.
Okay.
I haven't had them in a month. I'm like a crackhead fiending for them right now. But I love me some hot Cheetos.
Okay.
Throw a little lemon on there, and oh man,
Ask your nutritionist if you can have hot
No.
tamales instead.
hot tamales.
Because I feel like those wouldn't be as bad, right?
I'll ask her.
I think-
I'll ask her.
I don't know. I think those are terrible.
The candy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're probably just as bad.
They're not just as bad.
Hot
No.
tamale candy.
I don't know.
We need to find out.
We'll find out. We'll find out for sure.
Yeah.
Does guilty pleasure have to be food?
No.
No.
Oh, God,
no,
Ryan.
not at all.
Go ahead.
So let's go to the next
Sweaty.
episode. Next episode.
Oh, you're done. You're not going
I
to.
don't even know what a guilty pleasure. I have no clue. I would say, I don't know. I like shoes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like to buy shoes. To be honest,
That's great.
What's your favorite
Yeah.
pair? Jordans?
Nike,
Nikes?
Jordan. Yeah, I like
Okay.
Jordan.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, boys.
All right. I'm going to the next question. Back to Kym. Share a greatest fear of yours.
Greatest
She
fear.
loves being vulnerable, by the way.
Yeah,
She
don't.
loves
We're getting deep
Yeah,
now.
these
We're
are-
getting
Yeah,
deep. We're getting
yeah.
deep.
I guess just something happening to my kids, or
Same.
you know, it being my fault. I want to make it's so hard to be balanced in this career. Sometimes I won't see them for days if I'm working, and I guess just my kid. Anything happening to my kids.
Yeah.
Sure.
I piggyback on that. I mean, family. Fear of being forgotten. I guess I have a
Mhm.
fear of being forgotten. Got to stay relevant.
Are you still relevant?
We're relevant. We're moving on there. Next episode.
Biggest fear. All right, I'll have 2. Being eaten by a shark.
Bro,
Oh.
that's for real.
That's
God.
I
legit.
Shark Week.
That seems legendary.
like,
that would be cool.
What? That's how dark
That's,
she is.
that's different in perspective, though.
Oh man, I mean, and I love like going snorkeling, doing that stuff, but I'm always like, is there a shark?
I don't like
That's
that.
a good way
I
to
don't
go.
like that either.
But what? Being eaten by a shark is a good way to
It
go.
sounds cool.
That, and I'll get a little deeper. Maybe not living up to like the best legacy that I could leave for my kids, and let alone for my mom.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, you're doing a great job, man.
Thanks,
Yeah.
man. Appreciate it.
Keep it going.
What about
Thank
you, The Voice? You just
Oh,
not gonna
yeah.
answer?
Yeah,
Come on.
you're
Skipping yourself?
Well, I mean, greatest fear, my kids. My kids are my freaking world, and they know that. Even Brenda knows.
He's gonna cry.
She really knows.
I'm going to cry. I couldn't even imagine if something happened to my kids. I
Yeah.
would not be okay.
Yeah.
I'm not coming back from that. And I
No.
hate to sound like that because
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a very strong-minded person, but there's no coming back
Yeah,
from that for
no.
me. And then guilty pleasures and Reese's Pieces. When I'm on when I'm full-fledged just spiral mode, I cannot leave a gas station.
We were called
without-
the Spiral Squad for a little bit.
Yeah, cannot leave the gas station without Reese's Pieces and like eating them before I get home, so that way like there's no evidence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa.
That's a good one.
That's secret.
I
He's got a bunch of wrappers in the car.
I eat the peanut butter inside
right,
first.
right.
Do you do that? You eat the shell and then like
No,
leave the
I
peanut
don't.
butter?
I have a few more questions for Kym, and then we'll wrap
okay.
up this segment. Kym, you just got back from Hawaii.
I did.
We were talking about your favorite island. How was it? And you went with everybody.
I went with everyone. That was my first time since being independent that I've left for more than a weekend. And of course, right when I left, like 2 of my escrows fell apart. I'd canceled 2 things that I had done or that I was supposed to do with the kids that day, like a volcano tour. Could not do it. And I still worked every day, but that's how we get to go, and my kids understand that. And it was great though. It was wonderful to all be together, having kids such spread out ages. I have 15, 13, 10, and 7. It's kind of hard to get them all to want to do something. And then living in Granary Square, they're always gone.
Yeah.
Like they get home really late. So it was really nice to have them all in one area.
Different stages of life, all of them.
Yeah, I have 3 different school drop-offs too. Well, they get there on their
wow.
own, but
I didn't even think about that.
high
Can you
school,
imagine
junior high,
Ladonia doing
elementary.
3?
Yeah.
Oh,
She could barely handle 1.
Yeah.
good thing she doesn't listen, Henry.
What was your
man.
favorite part about Hawaii, though?
We did a snorkel day. We swam with dolphins, which I'm kind of embarrassed about.
Why?
I don't know.
Did a
I
dolphin
felt
bite
bad.
you? Did they bite you?
Feel-
No, I just felt bad with 13 of them in like that small area, and you could
Oh.
tell they don't want to be in there. But
Oh.
it was a really neat experience.
There is a heart in there.
Yeah.
There's a heart.
for dolphins. But yeah, it was just them being around and being in the water. We did like 3 just solid beach days.
Yeah.
We're just in the water all day long. My kids love being in the water, and they're very athletic, and they just like doing things. We went on a long hike to a black sand beach, and then we hung out on the beach all day.
And then
like
Matt
beaches in
looking
Hawaii.
gorgeous on the beach,
Yeah.
just
Oh
like
my gosh.
Baywatch style. Or
Yeah.
what?
He's so annoying. You know what he
He's
kept
so
saying?
annoying.
He kept saying like, "I was meant for this life.
What was that? I
See
missed
what?
that.
I was meant for this life.
I
and
was-
I was meant for
I
vacation."
would say, oh, Matt and his gorgeous
yes.
body just being Baywatch on the beach. You know?
Really
12
was.
pack with his
Yeah.
pecs and 12 packs.
Exactly.
Yeah, he does a
exactly.
Murph like every time
Hair's
he's at
all
the fire
perfect.
He does it
station.
every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course he does.
Yeah.
He's got like the perfect hair too. No
He
matter when he
does.
wakes up
I
in the
Oh,
beach.
hold
yeah.
on. No.
No.
He
Oh my
shaved
gosh. It was
he
awful.
Shaved
Wait,
it.
he has
I'm
a
like,
shaved
who
head?
is this guy?
Yeah, and he also has massive ears with the shaved head. It was just it was bad.
To be married
You
to
were
Kym
the pretty
D.
one at that point.
Yeah.
Kim was finally the pretty one.
I had 6 months of fame.
So he's not Mr. Gray anymore. Who would he be?
All right. Well, I'm glad you had fun in Hawaii, Kim, and
Yes.
you let your hair loose a little bit,
Yeah,
but
I
you were
did.
right back at it. Quickly, you are on the Elite podcast.
Yeah.
You're part of our Elite network, and you're one of the leaders in our group. Tell us about how the network has been kind of instrumental and or just influences your business.
Right. I've put together off-market deals in this group. I don't know if you're allowed to say that, but I definitely have.
You're fine.
Just the ties and being able to collaborate with each other. We're having these big changes, and me being able to call Ryan, and then you having experts come in and talk to us about the changes. But really just being able to network and ask people what they have coming up, it really makes you look great to your clients so that you are working. It is a tight-knit group, so we all help each other out. And it really is, I added in my listing presentation, I added in my buyer presentation. It's really important to be a part of a network group. So I'm
I don't know if
thankful to
no
be a
one
part of
works
it.
harder. I mean, maybe us 3, like, than her.
For
Right?
sure.
Thank
She works.
you.
I
for
mean, this
sure
girl
works more than
We've
you.
got
Aren't you going to go to Peru for like 3 weeks?
2 weeks.
You
2
better
weeks.
not.
Well, who knows when this airs? Huh?
Yeah.
No, but she's super humble, and honestly, I learned a lot from her too. She works super hard, got a great family, but she's always in the office every day,
Grinding.
trying to get better.
Yeah.
And she brings a lot to Elite, you know. So we're lucky to have you.
Yeah, this
too,
one would be
you know?
texting me. She's in Hawaii. Oh, I'm sorry. It's like 9:30. I'm like, girl, I'm just getting started.
Yeah.
Text me. But she's working just as late as I am.
I saw you got all contingencies removed in Hawaii.
I did.
Yep.
Yeah.
See?
Getting
See?
it done.
I got
Put it
one in
together.
escrow in Hawaii. I got
Yeah.
2 in escrow in Hawaii.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
Go back to Hawaii.
What are you doing here?
I almost think it makes you have less distractions,
Yeah,
and you
it
can.
does.
But
true.
showings, I had to have somebody show for me. But
Sure.
I definitely woke up at 5 a.m. that time to work for some hours
Yeah.
before the kids woke
Yeah.
up.
Well, Kym D, thanks so much for being a guest on our podcast.
Yeah.
host.
We love you,
Yes,
Kym D,
that was
the
awesome.
voice.
The voice, sign us
Mr.
off, dude.
H-Rod, I think we're officially
Out.
out.
Okay, bye.
Don't make it weird.
That was the best.
That was
the
so
best.
good.
Or make sure that part's there.
That was so good.
All right.
That was
34
fun.
minutes.